Thank you, Chairman. Mental health, Minister, must become national priority as pandemic subsides. The mental health must become the national priority as Ireland moves to a space where the pandemic has subsided. The Rural Independent Group pre-budget submission sought an increased funding of at least 85 million in mental health services this year to deal with the emerging mental health crisis in Ireland. Historical underinvestment in mental health services is leaving a subpar mental health service, and that is even if people can access the services at all. Unfortunately, the government increased allocation for 2022 is only around half of what is required at 47 million, of which only 24 million of that allocation is going towards developing new services, as opposed to the 65 million that was sought by the mental health reform. Across the country, many individuals are struggling to even access basic supports needed to stay well, even before the pandemic. But COVID-19 has adversely affected the physical and mental well-being of many people. I meet so many struggling at my clinics every week, as does my staff every day. We're hearing harrowing stories from people who have sought to access mental health services but who have been unable to do so. It is absolutely essential now, that more than ever, that Ireland has a fit-for-purpose, inclusive and responsive mental health system in which people can access the care they need when they need it. Ireland's mental health services were under considerable pressure before the pandemic, and they are now experiencing unprecedented challenges. It is highly likely that these pressures will continue. Indeed, evidence from other countries indicates that they are only at the beginning of this surge. However, those other countries across the EU and elsewhere actually provide a much greater percentage of their respective health budgets to mental health services. Ireland's mental health budget is approximately half that of most northern European countries. This is truly a shocking indictment of this government's failure to fund our mental health services and look after people with mental health illnesses. Minister, the lack of proper services means that a tsunami of young people in Ireland today are seeking mental health care due to too few beds being available.